Okay, so your child is getting anxious before games. Will they make a mistake or an error in the match and that affects them? It takes them a while to reset, or the whole match goes down the drain. Or they're not enjoying their sport as much as they could, not performing to their potential. These are all signs of one main problem or issue. And it's nothing to do with your child. There's nothing wrong with them, as you already know. They have the skills, they have the drive, they enjoy their sport. Just at the moment, something's in the way. And I'm going to show you clearly what that is and how to help them get rid of that or resolve it once and for all. And so, if you don't know me, my name's Sean Bastock. I've been doing mindset coaching for youth athletes for close to 10 years. I've worked with thousands of athletes with incredible results, and I love the work that I do, and I'm passionate about this because I used to struggle in this exact area myself. And now I've created a system that works 100% of the time for 100% of youth athletes in general, no matter what their age is, who apply it 100%. So here's what's going on. The reason why your child is experiencing this and not fully having 10 out of 10 fun, 10 out of 10 enjoyment and performances is because of mental noise. It's what I call interference. So this is doubtful thoughts, worried thoughts, fearful thoughts, things like, what if I make a mistake? What if I let my team down? What if I get hurt? What if we lose? Maybe I'm not good enough. What do other people think? These thoughts, this interference, interferes with their joy, and it interferes with their ability to perform the way that they can. It gets in their mind. It's like mental noise, right? And it weighs heavy on them. It used to weigh heavy on me, and it weighs heavy on my clients. They feel pressure that the whole match is on their shoulders, or that they won't be loved, or they won't be liked, or who am I? I feel like a failure if I lose. This is all sort of negative stories. And the good thing about all of this stuff, the good thing about all of this interference is, no matter how long it's been going on for, we can rid ourselves of it. We can get rid of it. We can resolve it, because it's like someone's turned up the dial of like the radio or music in their head, and it's just playing in there. You've ever had where you've listened to a song that just kind of keeps playing in your mind for days or weeks even? It's like this same thing is going on for your child. And because they keep thinking it over and over and over again, what if I make a mistake? What if I'm not good enough? All these worried, negative thoughts, because they keep thinking it over and over again, it stays loud in their mind. They just keep feeding it. It's just like this song, this negative noise keeps playing in their mind. And so you've probably somewhat aware of this. You've probably in some way, got them to just think like, oh, just have fun out there, just do your best, all this kind of stuff, but it doesn't get through to them. And the reason why it doesn't get through to them, because in a way, they feel that interference is in some way coming from you also. They feel, whether spoken, unspoken, they feel pressure, and they feel like obviously this isn't the case. You love your child and you want them to do well. But the reason why it's not getting through is because they have their sort of emotional guard up to you. And because at the moment, what they might feel, and what they often feel, depending on the age, but they already, older kids, usually they're kind of aware and they don't get as affected by their parents, but the younger ones do get more affected by what the parents say. But regardless, you're probably, just saying, have fun out there. You're great. You're a great player. Just have fun. But it's not getting through. And the reason why it's not getting through is because somewhere along the way, they've blocked out this information from parents and be like, oh, you're just mum, or you're just dad. And they've kind of blocked it out. And so the reason why what we do is so effective is because we can sort of penetrate them. We can get through to them because they don't have any emotional guard up to us. We're not psychologists. We're not counselors. We're just coaches. We're just people who genuinely care about them. And as soon as they start to talk to us, they feel that care. And then we start to give them some insight and reasons why this is going on and how to change it. And then they go and apply the stuff and they change it. And they're like, oh my God, this is life-changing. I'm like, and I know, right? And so about your child, no matter what they're experiencing right now, low confidence, anxiousness, not enjoying their sport, down themselves, not playing to their potential, all of this stuff can and does get reversed and corrected pretty simply and pretty quickly when you can get through to them and when you know this stuff and you can apply it. So it's hard, and I'm a parent myself. when you're trying to give your child advice, and you might be saying similar things that I'm saying, but it just doesn't land for whatever reason, right? They've blocked off. But, I'm the best in the world specifically at this, specifically helping to connect with these young people and show them what's going on and help them resolve it, helping them correct it. And then when it is corrected, what they experience is tremendous relief. It's like a huge weight off their shoulders because they're not feeding that negative noise anymore. It's not loud in their head of like, you suck, you're no good, or what if you... It's not playing in their mind. It's so sad. It really is so sad when people experience this. And it's not just young people. A lot of people experience this. It's caused by causing depression and anxiety, and the mental health stuff at the moment is crazy. But it's all related to this thing that I'm telling you. It's all the exact same thing. And so if you, and this is what I've done with myself and what I help clients with, if you are able to get rid of the interference, the noise, the negative stuff, the things that the pressure that they feel from you, whether spoken, unspoken, from coaches, from other teammates, from themselves, mostly it's from themselves, their own mind, right? Once they're able to quiet that down, what happens is their natural confidence and their natural joy and their natural performances come through. They naturally start to shine. You know how good they are. You know what their natural essence is. You've seen it because you've seen them before they had this thing, probably. And so what is possible. And I'm telling you right now, this is not only possible for their sporting life, but it's actually possible for their whole life, because what we're working on is we're working with the individual. And when the individual changes how they think and managing their mind and how they manage emotions, it affects and flows into every other area of life. And I hope you can feel just how important what I'm saying is. This is literally the cure to everyone's problem. But I work specifically right now, mostly at least, with youth athletes and their families. I also work with parents as well. But enough about me. Your child is beautiful. Your child is talented. Your child has a dream. Your child has the skills. The only thing that's getting in the way is the mental noise, is the error in thinking, is the interference. I will show them, not only show them, I'll teach them, and they'll be able to do it, how to block that out, how to let it go, how to bounce back, and they bounce back from mistakes quicker. They come in confident because none of that noise is affecting them anymore. It's actually not even there. Well, sometimes it can still be there, but they can quiet down. But for me right now, it's not there at all because I've spent 10 years doing this stuff. And your child doesn't have to spend 10 years doing it. They can piggyback, or they can just get the answers and the tools directly from me and the mentors that work in this business. So if this is something that you're interested in, if this speaks to you, if this speaks to your heart, if you understand that this is what's going on with your child, you can see it clearly, and you're open and ready and willing to get some help, even if you don't know if they'll go for it, even if you don't know, exactly, I promise you they'll go for it. Once we speak, 10 out of 10, I've literally been doing this for so many years, every single child, as soon as we speak to them, they're like, yeah, I want to do this, because they see every child wants to feel great. Every child wants to play great. Sometimes they just think, oh, it's not going to work for me, or there's nothing wrong with me, or what if it doesn't? And as soon as we talk, I promise you, they feel better, they see how it helps, and when they start to apply the stuff, their whole life change, how they see themselves change, that everything changes. This is the most profound work that anyone can do. The most profound work I feel like I can do in the world, but also for your child. And what you get to see is your child happy again, your child playing to their potential, that big smile on their face, full of confidence. It's their nature. It's their true nature that's not blocked anymore by fear. That's who you want to see. That's who your child actually is a child who's free from all this doubtful, worry, negative fear. It's just their true essence, their true soul, who they really are at their core. And that's the most beautiful thing in the world that parents can see, and that the child and the person can actually experience. And they get success and happiness and joy on the court, on the field, and off it as well. So this is the work that we do. If you want to know more, if you want this for yourself, and make sports fun again for everyone and more enjoyable, and see your child shine, please send me an email, coach@seanbastock.com, coach@seanbastock.com, or find me on socials, send me a message, and I'd love to have a conversation with you, hear about your child, and see if we can help.